Hi, it's Ben from My Cycling Coach, here today to give you 3 tips on how to best fuel for your Turbo Trainer sessions. Now we're well into autumn, the weather's taken a turn, the nights are getting shorter and it's getting darker earlier. If you haven't already unboxed your Turbo Trainer, you're probably going to be doing so in the next couple of weeks. Now, fueling for a turbo session is actually a bit of an art and science in itself. Often we can start a session feeling like we're going to be sick, or we're lacking energy, or feeling like we've consumed the wrong foods before a session, which can lead to you hitting that first interval that you may have planned, feeling like you're going to explode and that you have hollow legs. This may then result in you either stopping the session or spinning in zone 1 for the rest of your session, wasting valuable training time. When really what you want to be able to do is get on the bike, feeling great, knowing that you've eaten the right foods and being able to smash your planned training session. Now our first tip is to stop you feeling that discomfort or feeling like you're going to be sick when you start your turbo session. If you're experiencing this, then you'll probably find that you're eating too much or too close to your training session. As a general rule of thumb, 1 to 3 hours has been accepted as enough time for your stomach to digest any food that you're going to be eating prior to starting your training session. Now the type of session that you're going to be performing can also have an effect on when you should be trying to eat prior to beginning your session. For example, if you have some low intensity work planned, maybe just an aerobic session, a recovery session, or some low tempo work, then you're probably going to get away with being able to eat closer to your training session. So you may find an hour and a half to an hour before starting, that is when you can consume your pre-training meal. On the other hand, if you have some high intensity intervals planned, or a session that is going to be of a much higher intensity, then you're going to want to allow your stomach more time to digest the food that you eat before that session. So you will be then more closer to from the 1.5 hours to 3 hour window. Tip number 2 is for you if you feel like you do not have enough energy to perform your training session. This can often be a feeling of hollow legs or feeling empty and not having enough energy to perform your planned session. If you're experiencing this feeling of low energy, it could be due to having a too big a gap between the time you eat and start your session. For example, if you have your lunch at midday and train in the evening, but do not eat anything between lunch and your session, then it is more than likely that you will not have enough energy for your session, especially if you're going to be performing any high intensity work. Likewise, if you train in the morning but do not have any breakfast prior to your session, your body will be in what we call an overnight fasted state, meaning you will also struggle to perform any high intensity work. Now, a way that we can boost our energy levels between eating our last meal and starting training is by eating a small carbohydrate snack. This could be in the form of an energy bar, granola bar, flapjack, or something that's a high source of carbohydrate. Consuming one of these small carbohydrate snacks 30 to 60 minutes prior to starting your session is going to allow you to boost energy levels without feeling sick, meaning you can start your session feeling fueled and ready to go. Now our third and final tip is to help you consume the right foods on a training day where you may have a turbo trainer session planned. Now, as most of our turbo sessions are squeezed in the morning or the evening, especially during the week, it probably means that it's going to be a shorter session with some high intensity work planned. As such, you should be looking to fuel with more complex carbohydrates at meal times on training days. This can include wholemeal bread, potatoes, pasta, rice during your main meal times, but then also using the more simple based carbohydrates such as the energy bars or granola bars or flapjacks in that shorter time prior to the session if you need to top up your energy levels prior to beginning your turbo trainer session. So there you have it, our 3 tips to ensure you're feeling fueled and ready to smash your Turbo Trainer sessions this winter. I hope you found this video useful. Feel free to like and share the post. Enjoy your riding and speak to you soon.